Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Say something if you can hear. Oh, wow, y'all showed up. If y'all can hear me, put 100 in the chat for me. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let's go, Detroit 313. What up, though? Wisconsin. Oh, y'all is moving. I know that's right. That means y'all can hear me. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me. So y'all got to bear with me because this is my first time doing like a real live on YouTube. I'm going to be moving all the lives over to YouTube instead of Instagram because Instagram doesn't like me. So I'm going to move them over here. And there'll be more content dropped over here. So yeah, I wanted to talk to y'all. I haven't talked to you guys in a minute. I haven't talked to you guys since the new calendar year started. The last quarter for corporations, they got till March 31st to get these good damn papers in, you know. Best time to be filing some 1099As and 1099Cs and some 1099Bs because this is the end of the year and they got to the 31st to get theirs in. Get yours in first, shit. And that's the way I look at it. First of all, I want to thank everybody for joining me on my social media pages, from Instagram to YouTube. The goal is to win. I don't know nothing but winning. Knows me, not right now. Okay? Not right now. But the only way you're going to get to the finish line properly is if you gain the proper foundation that you need, which is ultimately why I dropped all of those videos on YouTube. I will be dropping more videos on YouTube. I'm considering possibly maybe dropping the TDA class on YouTube. I might drop the arbitration class on YouTube. I haven't quite decided yet. But I need you guys to get the foundation if you plan on crossing the finish line successfully and abundantly. Motherfucking rich. Millionaires, I have a goal. I set goals for myself. And my goal, personal and for the Pabs family, is I need millionaires. I need a minimum of 1,000. I can't get it if you don't try it. But I promise you, if you listen, I promise you, if you slow down, you not work through desperation, and you take this serious, you can be one too. I can lead you to the water, but you're going to have to drink without me holding your hand to do it. And it first starts with you. It first starts with your mindset and believing that you can do it. Because if you got doubt, it's not going to work. You have to remember that we are the currency. Period. They cannot make nothing without us. Okay? Congratulations so far to my 2024 people that's moving. We have successfully gotten one car picked up and delivered, a Tesla. Congratulations to him. He did the purchase order process. That is alive. That is actually on my page. I may transfer that live over to YouTube. So it'll be here too for people because I know I have a lot on my page for you to be able to get it. Congratulations on the overturning of a Business American Express card. Congratulations to that family member. They were approved, turned around, got denied, turned around, made a phone call, and their foundation kicked in. They even admitted that they didn't believe that they knew what they were saying was right. And then all of a sudden they go to the mail and the card is there. Only foundation can do that. Okay? Only foundation can do it. I don't know. They keep taking my sound out. I guess, hold on. Y'all keep saying something about the sound. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, okay. I got a text message that I'm good, so that's your side and not mine. Oh, it's their internet. Okay, so it's not me. It's you guys, unfortunately. Log out and then log back in. A lot of people saying that they can hear me just fine. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So tonight, one, I wanted to use it as a tester. Two, as a educator, I need to know what areas people need to be strengthened in, and I'm only going to know that if you ask me. Okay. Now I have 2,000. Oh wow, I have 2,451 people in this room. I cannot get to everybody. I promise you, I can't. I will answer as many questions as I can. You have one question if I choose you. As soon as I figure out how to choose you, you got one question and one question only. Please do not be with the okay, but I know I asked one. I'm going to immediately cut you off because it will not be fair to other people. Okay, it just will not be fair. Like I said, bear with me because I ain't never used this before, but I'm gonna figure it out. So let me see if I just pick a person, will they do something? Hold on. Put in time. Oh, I can put y'all in timeout in here. I know that's right. All right, let me figure out how to do this, y'all. Hold on. Hmm. Hey Jessica, I know you're on the call. Can you text me and tell me is there something I'm supposed to do to get somebody to come on here? Oh, I can share my screen too. Okay, I might share screen. Hold on, y'all. Hmm. I know I can pick somebody just to come say something. Let me figure it out. You should see a button. Okay, what kind of button, sis? I see a PM message, a record or remove, put user in timeout, and add as a moderator. No, oh, so I'll have to add them as a host if I want to ask them a question. No, I'm asking. No, I don't see a button. I see the chat. Oh, let me see something. Okay, I can start a Q&A. Start a Q&A. That should be your question slot. Okay. Okay, let me see. I just did something that said, okay, so I just did a Q&A button. I'm going to figure out how to get y'all on here. But until the end, start typing y'all questions. I do have a time period in between it. So I will go as I can. Apartment lease question. What's the question? I need you to physically put the chest question in the chat for me until I figure out how to get y'all physically on or do call-ins or something. I'm gonna figure it out. Whoa. All right. I'm going to the top. Emmanuel Smith asks, next move if they refuse your value given as a bona fide purchaser is refused for a credit union. If they refuse your value given, what are you getting value on? Hold on, let me see this. I'm gonna figure this out. When they click on the Q&A, you should be able to pick it. All right. Okay, I did that. Says, are they able to like come on live with me? Hmm. Well, do you understand what a bona fide purchaser is? So a bona fide purchaser is when there's already an existing lien on a purchase or on a title. So that's like when you go and get your vehicle, there's already a lien between the depositor and the issuer. but you didn't know that because you did the purchase with clean hands. So it does put you in a bona fide purchaser, right? But that doesn't have anything to do with you being refused credit. So if you're refused credit for value given, what was the value given to? So type that and I'll see it, and then I'll come back to your question. All right, Mocha. Overturning denials and open-ended credit. What about it? All of the answers that you'll seek is within their process report. So if they denied you, take the denial letter. The denial letter is nothing but an offer. You have 30 days to respond to a denial. They're not going to tell you that, though. So you got 30 days to respond to it. Okay, I was told that y'all can't join. You can only answer questions. Okay, I think it's something like with a call-in or something that can be done. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure that out. Thank you, sis. Okay, so when you're trying to get a denial overturned, it's all about using their words against them. Don't cite no CFRs, no USCs, no ABCs. Go straight to their prospectus report. Understand the prospectus report. The prospectus report tells you that they take all of our coupons and our applications and turn them over to receivables that are now used as asset-backed securities. You can find that information in their ABS form as well as their prospectus. So take the parts out of their prospectus form, copy and paste it on a damn sheet of paper, okay? Add a little extra based off of your foundation and send it to the correct department and advise them that they cannot deny you. Because at the point that you gave them an application, you gave them a security. Fair exchange has never been any robbery. You gave them something, they have to give you something in return. That is how you overturn your denial. I've had people do it over the phone just recently, which I posted today, and I've had people send it in to get the denial overturned. The denial does not go to the indentured trustee either. Okay, somebody told me that I had to add something called StreamYard, and then I can post our own, let y'all come in. Okay, I'll do that on the next one. I don't know what StreamYard is, but I'll figure it out. But that's how you overturn any denial. You have to know what their role is and what your role is first, which only comes with foundation. I don't know what else to tell you but foundation and their prospectus. Their prospectus is gold. It's gold. Like, it tells you everything. So use their words against them. That's how everybody's winning. But you can't use words that you don't know. Prospectus report. And it's very simple to find it. You can Google it. Alley Financial. You can just put in Alley Financial prospectus. It'll be the first thing that come up in the search. Evictions. What about evictions? Evictions will vary depending on if it's a corporate landlord or if it's a private landlord. If you're getting evicted like tomorrow, file bankruptcy. But in the process of filing a bankruptcy, you have to make sure that you fill out the 101A as an Apple form, which is a stay of judgment. It stays any judgment that was given prior to you filing for bankruptcy. But once you get that form, you get the bankruptcy court to put a seal on it and then take it over to your local court so that they can file it so that it will put a stay on the judgment. But please understand that if you do not prolong the bankruptcy process, which means, turn in some papers if they ask for it, ask for extensions, because the moment that they dismiss your bankruptcy case, if you do not follow directions, they can immediately get a writ of possession because you only stayed the judgment, you never got rid of it. Now, you can stay the judgment and then ask for a dismissal due to wrong jurisdiction if it's a corporate landlord. It's a corporate landlord and they're registered in Delaware. Delaware has only jurisdiction. Use that as your reason to why it needs to be wrong jurisdiction. PO, I just went over it. How to take over accounts? That's funny. If I told you, you wouldn't understand it. Resend the passports. Resend the passport before the FOIA search. No. And you're not resending your passport. You're updating your passport. You are rescinding your original driver's license or state ID, which puts you up under the state's jurisdiction, which gives the police jurisdiction. So you are removing their jurisdiction. So you do the FOIA search first to show that you're not a U.S. citizen. You'll use that form to update your passport if you already have one. You're updating the personal information to show that you're a non-citizen. Then you'll get your dot number. After you get your dot number, you'll get the surety insurance. What type of surety insurance? The same website that you got your dot number for will tell you the exact insurance that you need by name, and it gives you a list by state of everyone in your state that offers it. That information is on that same page. Once you have your dot number, your updated passport or new passport, and you got your surety bond, then you do the rescission of your driver's license or state ID for every state that you've ever had one issued in. You would then turn in your plate because the dot clearly states that you don't need insurance, registration, or titling. Then you will put the dot number on your vehicle, whether you got the numbers in the black plate or the black plate with the numbers on there, and now you're free. I've answered the PO method and it's already on my page. I'm not answering it again. I couldn't tell you if Stacy somebody is Bank of New York for American Express. Like, I don't have their names all the way in my head, but no, I couldn't tell you. And if I didn't know offhand, I wouldn't tell you anyway, because I think that's a lazy question. No disrespect. That's lazy. Look for it yourself. I live in the state trust setup. What do you need for one? I've already went over how to do a denial reversal. My day is absolutely amazing, Ashley. Thank you so much for asking. You were wrongfully evicted yesterday. How do you sue the company? What makes you say it was wrongful? If you set up an agreement with them to pay those people and you never rescinded that correctly, it wasn't wrongful. They evicted you because you told them they could. You can sue a company at any time, but you have to have a basis to why you're suing them. I personally wouldn't sue them. I would personally get them on securities fraud. But that's just me. Out of book a one-on-one, my books are closed and they will not open for the year 2024 at all. Sign up for classes. The 2024 CAS schedule will come out next week. Non-mortgage real estate tax discharge process. It's the same thing as SES. It doesn't matter what type of bill it is. It's a bill. So all of them are discharged the same way, unless it's a physical mortgage, which has more steps to it. So they asked, where should a newbie start? A newbie should start on this YouTube page, start at the recording national status and work your way up. National status, it is a whole live on my page. The page that you're on. It gives you the steps. There is also a ebook in Ignorance Becomes Bio. What is the amount needed in postal stamps for the SES method for under 100,000? 10 cents will always work. $1 will work better. You don't need no more than that. My credit union closed my account due to the $750 overdraft unpaid. Was it really unpaid? If your bank account and it's a credit union has a $750,000 insurance on there, was the overdraft fee really not paid? Answer that question. You'll know how to open it back up. How do you go about helping someone get out of prison after 30 years? They're under alias. But if you're not in the state and you're not a POA, you can't do anything. Under an alias, yeah, I mean, it's possible, but I don't know. But you definitely have to be their POA to be able to do something like that. Is instruction letter needed when remitting with securities with the transfer agent? If it's the very first one that you're remitting, I would add one with it. If it's recurring, like a credit card bill or something, where you have SES and they've been continuously paying for it, that would be the only thing you would need. When we SES, do we have to endorse the back of the bond, depending on what you're SESing? If it's a normal monthly statement, no. Your signature goes on the front like a check. If it is a PO or a mortgage or etc., then yes, you have to sign the back of the bond properly. Can I drop the link to my course? Once it's completed, I will. As of right now, all of the classes that are needed, I have provided to you guys for free on YouTube. I have lives on my Instagram page, and my comments is full of diamonds and gems and gold and ethereum and digital currency. You can get all the answers you really need off my page. If we put the United States Treasury stamp on the PO, do we have to include a TD instruction, letter or no? If we don't, it affect it. One situation has nothing to do with another. No, you don't have to put the TD instructions. Once we link our payroll to the TDA, what is the next step to see our payroll double, similar to when our dividends are applied to our TDA? Do you know what your Treasury Direct account is used for? It is used for you to enter into the same market that they're trading us on. It's used for you to buy bonds and savings bonds. And then once you're on the proper side of the bank, and at that point, you can't have them deposited in there. When it comes to your payroll account, if you read the payroll section, only a certain amount of your payroll check can go up there. And from there, you have to buy a note in order to see your dividends double. How can I discharge a home that belongs to my mom that passed away? She didn't leave a will and it's still in her name. If you are not, you have to be assigned as her power of attorney in order to be able to handle any of her affairs. And if she didn't leave a will and it's still in her name, if you go down to the courthouse, they are going to mess you all the way around. So she's passed away, which means technically her debt should have passed away, because on every security, aka promissory note that you sign, especially with a mortgage, it has what's called credit life insurance. Credit life. So at the moment that she passed away and the ad was put in the newspaper, the mortgage company actually filed an insurance claim and got paid for it. Ask them about it. It's called credit life. So you discharge your mortgage, SES, and some more stuff. How does the SES, a corporation, rent or apartment lease with a company that doesn't have any SEC filings? If they don't have the physical filings in their name, those filings are hiding up under a shell company, and you need to find it. How to create and execute an international bill of exchange? Are you a bank? Can you legally create an IBOE? Are you on the private side of the bank, or are you still a minor where they wouldn't accept it? Capital One, after they cancel your credit card, same things. Use their prospectus against them to make them reopen it. Is your nursing license up there? I should be seeing it. I'm not. It definitely has been training on, but if you're still a nurse, you want to keep your license. They definitely train it though. They train all diplomas, graduate diplomas, certificates, all of that. The nursing license, nurses, everything is traded. Once I change my national status, how could I apply for U.S. citizen jobs, or can I only do 1099 jobs? Well, if you do the steps in the book, it still says that you have the right to work in the United States. That's what you do on the USCIS immigration and citizenship system that is talked about in the national video. Yeah, you said they'll need to be on Zoom. Yeah, Zoom updated their terms and conditions, and I just rather not. I kind of like it this way too because I can control how long I got to talk to a person. But I will look into the StreamYard thing. I know you could do phone calls too. I might do that as well. What other alternative do you have when the FOIA, Homeland Security, won't let you claim non-U.S. citizenship status? It has taken some people over 15 times to get that information back to them. So it's still a way. Ty, I'm not even gonna answer that because you've been in all of my DM. I mean, all on this page for the last 2 months asking the same question. This question is, when you have the PO, does it go to the depositor? I'm not gonna answer that for you. Maximum is Advantage who took Navient debt. Be 1099, see Navient Trust or 1099, and whoever's holding it now, or you can even do it under the Department of Education because they're holding all of them. Navient and Maximus and Ad Advantage, they are just subsidiary companies that are working under the Department of Education. Or you can put Ad Advantage, or you can put Department of Education. It's all the same. Outside of foundation, what steps do you recommend foundation? And start on my page. You have to take the information that's there and keep going with it. I'm having a hard time connecting to that in the SEC filings. I'll tell them to add their full synthesis questions to the Q&A box. That does make sense. So when y'all do your questions, add their full sentence questions to the Q&A box. Thank you, sis. You're having a hard time connecting the dots in the SEC filings, like looking for the parts of prospectus that show my application. Well, you will have those issues if you're trying to scan through a document instead of reading the entire document. Laziness is not going to fly, darling. Sorry, not sorry. You have to read it. More importantly about reading it, you have to understand what you're reading, right? So depending on how much education you have with the terms of words, it's going to make a big difference while you're reading the prospectus. There is not one particular part. There's actual several parts to it, but you have to understand what you're reading and probably read it more than once. So can I just tell you, is it 4.1, 4.4, 4.5? Yeah, I could, but then no, that's just being lazy. Read the entire form so you'll understand what it is that you're reading and why you have the ability to do what you're doing. During this call, I will pull up a prospectus form and briefly go over it so that you can understand the importance in that form, because I am able to share my screen. But yeah, you're going to have to read it. My car got repo and I need to figure out how to enforce my rights. It's still an impound. They are demanding almost $3,000. My UCC one failed. Yes, it did. This is a refinance. Sorry that you are unemployed now because of that. And depending on how long they've had it, UCC ones, yeah, they don't work. You have to understand they work to a certain extent. But if you didn't rescind their security interest, if you didn't rescind the rights that you gave them to repossess your vehicle, a UCC one or not, you gave them power of attorney and you told them they can keep it. You told them that if you don't pay them, they can repo it. In a case like that, you can file bankruptcy for that car. It does go back 60 days, 6 months. I'm sorry, any debt prior to 6 months of you filing can file up under that just so that you can get the car back. I will do that. But I will also take that application and I will remove their security interest, their right to repo, and initial it and send it back to them. That's how you stop them from repoing it. I've read it for 12 years. Can I demand that my security deposit be placed through the Treasury Direct and invested in the notes or bills? If your landlord doesn't have access to the Treasury window, then no, you can't. Other than civil penalties, how in arbitration, how can you get them to recognize instruments as registered securities? Receive the letter stating that the coupon I sent is not a registered security. You didn't do it right. You have to stamp, endorse, and send it. You have to, or you more than likely didn't send it to the proper department. Because it is definitely a security. They're definitely cashing them in. Did you add a cover letter? And what terminology did you use in that cover letter? If you put anything about a USC and a HJR 192 or any of that, they are not going to listen to you. Those words do not move them. Their words move them. Find their words to show that they are capitalizing off of your security, that you are a silent investor, right? And then go from there. Then at that point, if they still do not comply, depending on the company, once you read their prospectus report, it will tell you who has jurisdiction over them. And I can guarantee you that it's Chancery Court because Chancery is equity and law. Non-plumber, I'll get in contact with you for a consultation. You can't. My books are closed. They're not opening. Not this year, baby. I'm sending a buyer's order tomorrow for a Chevy. I know they are owned by GM Computer Share is the investor relation. Should I send the assignment for and a copy to the dealership? Why? The dealership is nothing but the middleman broker to create the security. Why would you send it to them? The next time you talk to the dealership should be because if you properly did this process, it should be them calling you, telling you that your car is available and ready for pickup. I have Prism Financial for the car note. It's paid off. You can't find an indentured trustee. You don't have to find it. They have one that could just be inside of another shell company. How do we monetize or deposit a security? You have to have a relationship with the bank in order to do that, which means you're no longer in minor status where you can have a conversation with them to buy a security. You do not have authorization to create an international bill of exchange until you're on the private side of the bank. How can we stop paying taxes? File the W-4 form that they gave you when you started your job. Draw a line through everything except the bottom line. Write the word exempt. Turn it in. Do the same thing for your state. You are now exempt. You can also open up a trust bank account, have your payroll assigned to your trust bank account. If your payroll is assigned to your trust bank account, trust bank accounts or trust itself for the 1041 are non-taxable. So anything that goes through that bank account is considered non-taxable too. So that's another way to stop paying taxes. I have CUSIP info. How can I access some of it? You have to have a relationship with the brokerage or the company who got the CUSIP number for them to give it to you. How to set up a trust depends on the type of trust. There's several ones you need. I don't know what happened, but on the public side, how do you recuse a judge from a case? You can't recuse a judge from a case. They will have to recuse themselves after you file the motion to recuse them. But you're going to have some good reasons to get them to recuse themselves, and it also depends on the case within itself. What are the steps to get a vehicle using the purchase order? You log out of here and you go on Instagram. You go to my page on Instagram. You find the live and you listen to it, and there are the steps. What laws go in the cover letter when doing the SCS method, or more, where can I find the laws that I should put in the letter? It's in their prospectus, and it's not laws, it's their policy. How can you show proof of funds using the CUSIP to buy a home? How can you show proof of funds using a CUSIP? Where's the CUSIP number from? And have you taken authority of the CUSIP number? Because if you've taken authority of it, then it'll be inside of your Charles Schwab or Fidelity account, and then you'll have the proof of funds from there. I purchased the car, didn't realize the contract I was given was an unauthorized copy. I've been calling both the bank and the car lot, and they are both giving me the runaround. Yeah, because the original copy has to stay with who you assign PO power of attorney to, which is them. Remove their power of attorney, remove their security interest, send them a letter. They got 21 business days to tell you that, to respond to that. If they do not respond to it in 21 days, it's staying as true. At the point that you have removed them, then you're able to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. Everybody gets an unauthorized copy. It's a copy. Am I able to do a promise to pay for me and my company for international law? No. How do we get a mortgage out of foreclosure status? We tried filing the complaint. Did you already have a pending lawsuit in place to file a lis pendens? That's one of the rules. And the mortgage class will be sometime this month. But what's the date? Yeah, sometime this month. It's several things you got to do. The lis pendens should have did it, but if you don't have an existing court case, then the lis pendens is not going to do you any good. Then at that point, you have to draft up a quiet title, and they're not easy to draft up. They're about 45 pages long. What can you say if they deny you credit? I understand that by signing the application, you're giving them a security. I've answered that. You have to overturn it with their prospectus. So I just want to give y'all an example, right? At 3222 in the room, I like that. So y'all hear the questions that I'm being asked, and y'all hear the answers. And you guys hear the redundant questions. That shows me who got foundation and who doesn't. And this is prime example why my books will not open, because I get tired of getting asked the same questions when the answers are there. It doesn't matter if it's a mortgage. It doesn't matter if it's a credit card. It doesn't matter, right? The answers are in their forms. The prospectus, the 8K, the 10K, is going to take for you to read. Some people don't like reading. Y'all want a 1, 2, 3 pop. It doesn't work that way at all. Because what happens if they try to counter you? Are you going to know what to say? Are you going to run it like, oh my God, I got a deal with Path to Freedom? No, you will not. You have to understand, and you have to know it for yourself. All of their answers is in their prospectus report. That law that talks about public information, and they've added us to that law, your information is everywhere, was not for us, it was for them. They have to tell you what they're doing, but you're only going to understand it by knowing the definitions of their words. Ironically, on the back of y'all statements, they gave you the definition of every word, like account, depositor. So a lot of the questions y'all asking me show that y'all not reading. Read the prospectus, the answer is in there. Yes, a reverse mortgage is handled the same. And technically, a reverse mortgage is them really giving you your money back that they were supposed to give you anyway. I know, right? I do get my title check from the title company. I closed on my condo back in 2021. What title check? I got a UIL. How do I use it for securities in the bank? Do you know what a UIL is for? It's to make your own self the bank. How do I start national citizenship for a newborn? Congratulations on the newborn. If they're here yet, if they're not, congratulations to your upcoming newborn. All right, babies. First of all, if you're having your baby in the hospital, do not get a birth certificate. Do not sign it. Yes, they like to give you pushback. Stop telling them you know the name of y'all baby. Y'all talk too much. I be like, you know what? I don't know what I'm going to name it yet. So they can't give you a birth certificate for no name, right? They need a name. So that's how you start that. Okay? Say you don't know the name of the baby, so they won't give you any issues without signing the documentation. Tell them that you'll do it at a later time. You know, my religion say for 7 days the baby can't have a name. I don't know. Tell they ass anything. Okay? Just don't say that you got a name for the baby. Once you have your child, you need to have 2 witnesses there. Get you a family Bible. Get you a family Bible. Remember how the old school Bibles that Granny used to have with everybody's birthdays and marriages in them? Yeah, because that was the original record of births and weddings and unions. You want to put a baby ad in the newspaper saying that the baby was born, who it was born to, the family of. Once you get the affidavit of publication, you're going to take that, the newspaper ad, and a copy of the family Bible, and you're going to go put it on the record. If you decide to get the baby a social security card, you're going to fill out the SS4F, the one that's for foreign. Your baby will now be free. Your baby will not be under the state because you have claimed your baby in a newspaper, because the newspaper is legal notice. That's why if they about to sell your house, they put it in a newspaper. People don't even know their house being sold because it's in a newspaper. And you can barely find a newspaper these days. How can you obtain your CUSIP number, Kenneth? You can get an audit report done. The audit reports always have the CUSIP number on there. My PO, I SES and sent it to the dealerships, financial services. Will it still go through? Probably not. Because they don't know what to do with it. Or if they do know what to do with it, they're going to act like they didn't get it and they're going to steal it. Because that's not where it was supposed to go. So basically, you may have just gave them a free security. Can you explain how the double pay work? Nope, it's on the TDA website. Nothing happens immediately. How do we get approved for unemployment compensation immediately? Y'all have to stop doing stuff out of desperation. Desperation is not going to get you anywhere. And nothing is immediate. Nothing. Hey, Tamika, I have a Navy Federal Amex and Visa cards, and my question is, I got paper bills being sent. I endorse by reprinting on the security paper sheet on the top left. Why would you reprint a bond that's already on bond paper? Any of your bonds and coupons that's coming in the mail, fill the paper. It's already on bond paper, which is why they're committing mails fraud, because if they wasn't supposed to send it. So you don't have to redo those. How do I join your class? I need help real bad. Most of my classes is on my page, and no disrespect to nobody, y'all don't need me. Stop needing me. Say I would appreciate, having your guidance, but all of the needs is energy draining. You can have that need, worry back. No disrespect. Need yourself, darling. But all of the classes that you absolutely positively need are on my page. Also, what do you do when a bank tell you they don't transfer security to your TDA? Because they don't. And you're not in the proper status to tell them that. You're a minor. They run your account. They tell you what get transferred and what don't. You have to move to the proper side of the bank for them to be able to do that, or have a brokerage account. And with a brokerage account, you have to have an agreement on file, security agreement, and some other documents on file, and have an arrangement for them to buy your securities for you. Can it be done? Yeah. Got a couple students that's currently doing it now. Where do I look at the securities for hospitals since it's considered nonprofit Medicaid? Medicaid is ran up under the state. Please provide the name of the auditing firm that provided certified audits. I'll provide a link for people to be able to use. Will you know the name of the firm? Absolutely not. Nobody will know it because y'all worsen. How do you sell your security to your broker? Foundation. Step 8 in the recording national status. Where's commonlawcourt.gov? The site is no longer available. Where do we have to go? I'll have to check that. I haven't did that in a long time. I know they took took it down and put it back up. On that step, it was just something that was extra. It's not absolutely needed. Just make sure you do everything else as far as the newspaper ad, your Minnesota 220 rule, um, locking down your social security number and things like that. If you missed the common law part, you're okay. It was just extra to have. Private landlords, it doesn't work that way. If they don't have access to the treasury window, low so household, I get a one-on-one. You can't. It's the closest to a one-on-one you're gonna get. How do I go through my early warning service report and dispute transactions that violated my privacy? I read the Privacy Act of 1974. Don't read the Electronic Funds Transfer Act. And then you tell me how they violated you and just sue them. How do I accept the deed? Steps to include. Google it. How to overturn a felony? Where do you go to get 3 notaries to overturn the judge's signature? You got to do a couple things, but the 3 notaries is the board that every state has one. It's the administrative offices in your state. Look for the administrative offices in your state. Those are your 3 board attorney notaries that you'll need. And you can then rescind the plea due to fraud, depending on the case. Of course, a little bit different, and that's kind of a broad question. So I don't want to go too deep without me knowing exactly why you're what the felony is, how long it's been, what state it's been. All of those makes a difference. I have my dot number, but need to get self auto insurance. Please explain. It's the same company that you got your dot number from. You can look on their page. It talks about surety bonds. It even tell you the exact name of the bond. And then if you click on another tab, it'll tell you the state for your state, all of the companies that do it. And then that's how you'll get your surety bond. As SES work with a house, condo, penthouse, it's not about if it's a house, condo, penthouse. It depends on the type of corporation that you have your contract with. Is it private? Is it public? That will make a difference. Can I use a 1099 to pay for? No, you cannot. To pay for nursing services? No, you cannot. Are you putting the assignment on the back of the PO and on the other form? I don't know. Are you? Where to find info for security trading for local government, federal credit union? Huh? Where do I find info on security trading for local? Security trading doesn't have anything to do with where it's being traded at. It's just securities within itself. I'm gonna keep it real 100 with y'all, right? For y'all that been with me for a minute, y'all know I keep it straight 100 all of the time, right? These questions that y'all ask me gonna make me cry. Like y'all supposed to be so much further than this. Like it's gonna take all of us to create change. But some of the stuff that y'all asking just lets me know that you really don't understand the totality of what's happening. Everybody want to bam, 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 1, 2, 3, but you don't want to put the work in for it, and I don't understand it. But some of these questions just let me know that you really don't know who you are, and you really don't know the role that you play. So I watch the numbers go up and down, and when I say stuff people don't like, they leave. Take a stick home because I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all want a 1, 2, 3, ooh, 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 and you guys feel as though that I'm obligated to give it to you, which I'm not. And it's sad because one of my star students just texted me on my phone, and this is what they said: "You're a good one, better than me. It's so disappointing. We have a long way to go." She know because she winning. She know where she started. She know where she at now. And it's just sad because some of the questions that y'all asking shows that you don't have a clue Everything that you've been told has been a lie. Everything. This is bigger than going to get a car and going to get a house. All of that's nice. Having an open-ended credit card, that's nice. But do you not understand that you have the power to overturn everything that you're doing? As quick as you gave them a signature to give it to them, is as quick as you can take it away from them. It doesn't matter what type of bill it is. It's a security. And until you learn that these are securities and that you are the issuer of those securities and that fair exchange has never been robbery, you're never going to get this. But as an educator and as a person who have literally gave y'all the answers it took me 11 and a half years to find without any help, without any groups, without someone holding my hand, without people doing lives, because it wasn't popular back then. And the questions y'all ask is very hurtful. I'm gonna get my 1,000 though. I promise you that. I'm gonna get my 1,000 because I know it's 1,000 good people in here that really, really want it, and not because they just want a new car or a new house. I don't know. I wish I had somebody to drop what I dropped as much as I dropped a long time ago, because I would have been a lot further a long time ago. But it's just disheartening to see the questions. It's just disheartening. It's disheartening. My mortgage company hasn't done any SEC filings since 2004. Is there another way? So if they haven't done any SEC filings since 2004, have you read their current SEC filing to see how long of a time period that one was in effect for? Or did they change ownership companies? Because they could have done that too. I got a federal possession with intent shrooms drop. I'm on FR, and I know the courts have financial interest in the case. I endorse it with the 10 cent step on the back of the certified copy. Federal cases, got a little bit more to it than that. They ain't gonna just fold because you put a 10 cent on there. Um, and when did shrooms become illegal? I thought they grew out the ground. I quoted FERPA to student loans off credit report, and they only updated it. Who did you do it to? Did you do it to the CFPB or them? And if your student loans is one of your longest reporting histories, I wouldn't want it taken all the way off my credit report. What I would want is them to update it to show it's paid as agreed and paid off. But you can also file a 1099-C for all governmental debt, SBA loans, anything government, file a 1099-C. How to stop an eviction if the community is that far? That's too broad of a question. Now, how is the community at fault? Purchase a new car and the payment is due in 61 days. Should I send it in 30 days or the mature date at 60 days? So the reason it's not due until 60 days is because the original issue discount that the corporations get from the Treasury as their payment, they get it in 60 days. That's why with a mortgage is 60 days. Some car notes is 60 days. If they tell you 30 days, that means that particular security matures in 30. Send it in 30 days. 60 days. You can actually send it in now. You could. If you don't send it in now, make sure that for your very first payment that you send that to them. What letter of instructions do we send to the DMV? No, it's not the same as the bank trustee. You have to understand that the banking system, court system, the banking system, the court system, and the state system are three different systems that require three different sets of foundation and skills, and it's not the same. But if you listen to what I said at the beginning of the call, when I said about getting your passport and rescinding your license, and those steps actually do exactly what you just asked for. It puts you out of their system on the do not detain list, and then you don't have to write a letter of instructions. You already did it. They'll get your dot number, do your passport situation, okay, get your FOIA. Once all of those things are turned in, you'll be good, okay? I have a medallion stamp, PO signed and endorsed, and assignment form completed for NB to send to depositor. Am I missing anything? Why are you sending it to the depositor? You miss the only thing you missing is who you're supposed to send it to. You ain't sending it to the right person. Besides that, it sounds like you got it, but outside of you sending it to the wrong person, they are the depositor for who though? For you or for the company? Those are questions you have to ask yourself. You can do a bona fide purchase even if you no longer have a vehicle and it was repo 4 years ago. No, it's been sold. The steps to set up a living estate trust. I wouldn't have the time to give you that on here. How do you get rid of a mortgage or own? I own my land and deed. Catch the mortgage class. You mentioned finding the charter for a credit union. I've tried Googling and searching their website, but I haven't found their document with search suggestions. Banking charters. It's their banking charter. Every bank has one. Every city has a charter. Every state has a charter. Everything that they do is based in their charter. But you can just put in the name of the credit union, and more than likely, the credit union, because it's a nonprofit organization, you're going to find the charter under the name of the parent company. That's why you probably can't find it. Look for the parent company and get it from up under there. And it's definitely under, for credit unions, it's definitely under the CUS and your CU, the national insurance for credit unions. They have them all on their site too. To my knowledge, if bill is considered a receivable, and that's how we're able to stamp and endorse. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Can I pin this? Let me see. Oh no, you can't pin. I'm gonna figure this out before it's over with. Our next live gonna be all right. Yes, it is considered a receivable, and that is how you're able to stamp and endorse it. But I wouldn't send it to the trustee because it's not an active account yet, right? You are using that purchase order to get a vehicle, to get into contract with them. So it wouldn't go to the indentured trustee. So instead of sending the response to the issuer depositor, I only need to send it to the investor relations or general counsel. I don't know. You answer that. You answered your own self. Trust and believe that the answer that you have is right. And I can tell by the way you typed this, you have the right answer. So have faith in yourself, darling. You got the right answer. What other paperwork do you need to send along with denial letters? Alpha went over that already. I'm in the process of figuring out a better route to go with my who won't tell me where my security is. If you sent them a registered security and it shows that it's been delivered and you have a registered mail number, go to the post office and tell them that you need to file a complaint with the Postmaster General for securities fraud, and they'll give you a form to fill out. Discharging to student loans is a 1099-C. How can I complete the 45016 by completing it for audit process? The 45016 is not an audit. The 45016 is going to tell you that if a company has governmental tax exempt status, right? So remember back in school, they told us that all government is tax exempt. So if your state is saying that they're government, right? The DMV saying they government, that 45016 will show that the IRS has no record of them as a government. They have a record of them as a private company. An audit report is something totally different. Now, can you get your court case audited? Absolutely, you can. And you only have to have your case number for it to be audited. You have to go through an audit company. They turned your court case into a municipal bond. I received a response from the USCIS stating my case wasn't in their jurisdiction. Was I supposed to do the FOA through Homeland instead of the link at the bottom of my E-Verify? So the link at the bottom of your E-Verify is still the Department of Homeland. Okay, Department of State is Department of Homeland Security. So when you fill out your response, sometimes it takes more than once, sometimes it has taken more than 10 times now because everyone is doing it. If you go under their facts and questions page, under the FOIA page, it tells you everything that's in their preview. And that is one of them. So one student was able to get it overturned by sending them their words again, and they were able to get it. When you fill out the FOIA, leave everything blank. Just go down to where it says other and say you need citizenship status for, put your name, a couple variations of it, and tell them to run you through the person-centric system. Use those exact words, and you should be able to get it. Newbie here, please explain the foundation. It's all over my page. I can't explain foundation. But I did drop it for y'all to understand it yourself. What address do we put when we turn our name into an all caps into an LLC? You have like iPostal, a private mailbox, and etc. for you to do. I have an unsecured. Oh, hold on. Can you explain how the charge off is considered income? No, but the IRS publication can, because it's not considered income. Charge offs is only considered income in certain ways. Income means securities. That's why you're able to use the difference in income and compensation to get state benefits, because they ask you for your income. You don't have any. Because income is only funds that came from mortgages, even though you're a walking mortgage, and security selling. I have an unsecured business line of credit. I have the coupon remittances from the mail. How do I go about handling that with Capital One? If you don't know that answer, baby, I don't think this call will be able to tell you. SES, stamp endorsing. That's the acronym. SES, stamp endorsing. Turn the bottom of it to a check. Send it to the right place. So when y'all hear me say SES, I mean stamp endorsing. That is an acronym that I do own. It is copywritten and trademark, FYI. It's mine. In regards to trust, it's living estate with social retirement accounts. Yes, your living estate trust will be done with your social. If it's supposed to be private, if you have an EIN number, it's not private. So you can create a living estate trust with your all capital letter name and put living estate trust at the back end of it. And only use your social security number. FYI, if you were to do that and call all of your bill companies and transfer the bill to your living estate trust using your social, it automatically puts it in the proper status and all your bills will come as a negative. But hey, if you caught it, you caught it. If you didn't, too bad. I got the medallion, stamp PO, had the assignment form and the 10K form, and I have the letter of instructions on the formula for this year due. If you only use the 10K form, I promise you, you're missing something. I will go read your prospectus. What is the alternative ID when surrendering your license at the DMV? You have to get the passport card. Because even though you can get your international driver's license, when you go into banks and things like that, the bank is going to ask you for either an ID or passport. Who got time to be standing there arguing with the people about your ID? So that's why the point of getting the passport card. How long does it usually take after they get their securities? It depends on the companies. Where do you send a purchase order for your vehicle? If you don't know that question, go hit that live. Can we have access to your email book? No. Why would I give that away? When SES to a city security parking violation, does it go to the Department of Revenue? Yes. When I file for a 1099 to discharge my loan with credit one, do I pay off the remaining loan before I file? When I file a 1099 to discharge my loan with credit one, do I pay off the remaining loan before I file it to 1099 and have to send it to the CO? I feel lost with your question. What do you mean? Do you pay off the remaining loan? I've already answered the question how to start citizenship for a newborn. How do you not get taken when going through a divorce? I don't know what that means. That's way and where to form a living estate trust, a 9A trust. 9A trusts are a lot more complex. You can find a living estate trust anywhere. Can I elaborate on the mortgage discharge and the lien removal? Yep, in the mortgage class I can. Have a CUSA for your court case. What do you do with it? How do you get an open-ended credit card? I've answered that. What do they do if you deny your payment of the 1099A? Move to the administrative process. What would be the most effective way to get a vehicle if I don't have a traditional bank where I can get a medallion? My closest friend is a notary. No, you need a medallion, but have you checked to see what banks actually give out medallion signatures? And do you actually need an account with them to be able to do so? That notaries are not going to do good on the security. What is the West Virginia address to send a? I don't know. Look it up. Shit. That's what I'm saying. These questions, like, I can't. No. This just frustrated me. Like, why no? Ever stuck with my job, Chase Bank through computer share? How would I go about transferring the dividend? You can have them transfer it. If you have stock with them, I mean, you got CUSIP number. How do you take over your accounts when you let them know? If we have a TDA account, can we put for deposit only with our TDA account number on the bearer bond? Shaquita, I know you ain't asking me that question, Shaquita. You didn't been with me for ever. And a bearer bond, what's a bearer bond? You didn't been with me forever to be asking me about a bearer bond. You get a bearer bond every month that they send you a bill that you're not endorsing properly. We're not doing no more bearer bonds, baby. They still in our bearer bonds. And you've been with me long enough, Shaquita, to know that answer. So no, I ain't telling you. But you better know that it ain't no bearer bond. Oh, Calgon, take me away. Lord, what are y'all doing? Why are y'all playing with? Let me tell y'all something. And I am the most modest, humblest person you will find, right? People who know me for real, can tell you, for me to know what I know, man, I don't think I'm gonna be modest this year though, right? I think I deserve it, but I'm real modest. Now I go what I want, I drive what I want, I eat what I want, I fly what I want, I live where I want, I wear what I want, I shop when I want, right? But I earned it. Don't y'all want that feeling to just be able, like, you know what? Hello, darling. I want a croissant. Fire up the jet. Let's go to Paris. I just want a fucking croissant. Do you know that on the other side of reading is fire up the jet? I want to go to Paris. What is wrong with y'all? Please. Oh, like I literally dropped those videos over the holidays so y'all can get some foundation. Because I told y'all that when I come back to doing the 2024 classes, that I'm not slowing down. Call me the road runner, nigga, catch up. Because I'm not slowing down. So if you don't have no foundation, it's going to sound like this to you. Why? What did she say? And the people that's really been studying in the past, family, they going to be like, you know how much blood, sweat, and tears and no sleep I had to get here? They're going to turn into a whole bunch of go readers. They're going to tell you go read. Because they had to go read it. Come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all gonna let the banks win again? Y'all gonna let 1933 happen again? Learn your terminology. You are the investor. Okay, invest. Silent investors, because you quiet as hell. Why? Because you gave all the power over to them. Take it back. Be an Indian giver. Okay? Take it back. They only able to do it because you told them yes. So you say, you know what? I don't feel as though that you're doing, a good job as being my fiduciary. So you're fired. Act like Trump and fire these motherfuckers. You're fired. Fire them, y'all. Fire them. But you can't fire them if you don't know how to talk to them. And the only words they know is in their prospectus, in their 8K, in their 10K. You seen the review from earlier. Girl got approved and denied. Because banks will do that. They'll be like, oh, you approved. And then they'll send you some shit. Navy Federal, good for that. Oh, you approved and you get, oh no, we couldn't approve you because of something. No, Bob. I gave you money. I gave you money. Hey, what do I get back? A no. No, that's uneven. So we need to level the playing field. I gave you something, I give me something. Girl called over the phone, but that foundation kicked in because she been reading like a month. So when you need it, because our brain is magnificent. So when you need it for real, it's going to pop up like, wait a minute. Section 4.1 say you turn my security over into a receivable and your trustee bank is this and this is this and you're getting money from the treasury, but hold up, wait a minute. Back it up. Your prospectus say that you ain't supposed to sell shit on the secondary market. So wait a minute, you lying to the security exchange. Because you told the security exchange that you will not sell any of these securities on the secondary market. But hold up, I got an audit report saying, nigga, you just made $351 million off my signature. So now which one is it? This is how you got to go at these people. That is how you have to go at them. You don't get into your CFRs and you never the USCs, not when it comes to this part of it. USCs is for credit. But when you coming after these people for these securities fraud, you only gonna use that CFR is if you got to take them to court, the right court. But I promise you, as sure as my name is T-Mika and not Tamika, if you write the right shit, they don't want you to come to court. So they got billions of dollars. Giving you a couple $1 million is not gonna fucking hurt them. Okay, they gonna hand you that money so quick and tell you to be quiet. Some of y'all gonna get messed up though. Because y'all who can't be quiet, God ain't gonna let y'all get nothing. I'm telling y'all he ain't. Because they're going to make you sign an NDA. And the first thing you're going to want to do is run the freaking social media. T-Mobile had to pay me $4 million. Yeah, you're going to be all at the mall in the Gucci store. Like, yeah, smiling, swipe my card. And they're going to be like, denying. You're going to be like, well, what happened to my money? They're going to be like, yeah, we seen your post on social media. You broke our NDA. We took our money back. This is the year, excuse my French, y'all. Y'all know I'm going to keep it 100. This is the year of shut the fuck up. Get it and shut up. Okay? Half of y'all balling on social media anyway, only on social media. Now you can ball on social media and real life at the same fucking damn time. But you can just be quiet with it. And this is not going to be the year that you are a really bad person, your heart is ugly, and you think you're going to swoop in on the abundance year blessing, baby. The only thing you're going to get is a handful of karma. She worked good and bad, and I'm just being honest with you. If you ain't put no work in, if you don't put no work in this year, guess what? You're getting nothing. Nothing. I can tell you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, hand it to you. But if your heart ain't right, if you ain't the chosen one, and I don't know who chosen, only God know that. I know I am. I'm in the 144. Okay. And I know my karma is good because I treat people right. If you on my live because you came to steal some shit, ain't nothing gonna work for you. Because when people get stuck, you can't tell them nothing. If you don't want to read, it's not gonna work for you. Because Path to Freedom is not slowing down. I'm gonna get real fast. That mortgage class is gonna hit you over the head. So if you don't know what securities are, if you don't know your role, if you don't know their terminology, if you don't know what list fantasy is, if you don't know what a bona fide purchase is, if you don't know what it means to accept your deed, if you ain't never read your damn mortgage contract, you are not going to get it. And I promise you're not. So if you keep finding blank signature lines, you'll find the rough draft that they put on file and not the signed copy, which means you're not on the Security Exchange website. You're on like 10kforms.com or something, or it's another website, I forgot the name of it, where they're only showing you an example. But if I was you and you was me, y'all keep asking these questions. How do I get on the private side of the bank? If I already told you all you need is a living estate account with your social security number and a security agreement What do y'all think 10K, 8K, and prospectus are? They are security agreements. I will go read they shit. Y'all like to copy shit anyway. Go read theirs and take some of their stuff out and make it fit you. Who does it now go to? Baby, if you don't know that answer, don't even attempt it. And I'm not being mean. I promise y'all I'm not. Y'all know when I'm on one and when I'm just being mean. No, if y'all no, I don't know who it go to. Shit. When we try to discharge that, we send a 1099 to the trustee and the company. Why are you sending the 1099 to the trustee when the IRS gonna do it for you? What do you mean when you say foundations? I'm new here. What is the best place? Hello, Janera Martinez. Welcome. I'm Path to Freedom. I am she is me, I am her. So you want to start your foundation on my YouTube page. Start with the recording national status. Learn those words, what they mean, and work that process. Then if you move over to my Instagram, baby, it is a shitload of all the information that you can need in the comments on the post. Trust me, if I post it, and it's not, if I post it, there's a gem in there. Even on receipts, people have been catching it. I dropped a whole registered mail number for, I think it was for, what bank was that? The car company down in Detroit. Credit acceptance. So somebody got to win off credit acceptance. I dropped their whole register form to show you an address to send it in. So if I post it for a reason, and the comments are gold. Let's start on the Instagram and the YouTube. The website will be launching soon. The website is going to help a lot of you guys because they're broke down in sections. And yeah, it's like a university almost. And you can't get to the next step until you pass the first step. Ain't gonna be no, oh, let me jump right down to private banking. It's gonna say access denied until you can pass all the other ones. That way I know only the right people are on my page. Because I don't care about quantity. I don't. If it was only 10 people on this live, I would be okay with that. Because if they the 10 strongest people that's gonna put in the work, I'm okay with that. I don't do stuff for likes and clicks. I have an art against the government, and I'm using y'all to help me to get back at their ass. I'm just being honest with y'all. I got an art against the banks. So why not help the people where you get free and I get what I want in a very almost petty type of way? Because y'all know I'm a little petty. I don't like the courts. They took all my mama's shit. They stole my little brother. So I'm going to help y'all get back at the courts. And that's really what my drive is. All right. How to accept the deed, come to the mortgage class. Sunshine Bear, you have asked me this question about citizenship for a newborn a million times. I answered it already. Can I please drop the court class on YouTube? You know what? Yeah. Whitney. So y'all thank Whitney. When I'm over with this live, I'll drop the court class for y'all. Y'all can have it. Do I have to fund the TDA account before I can go bank to wire securities over? I would think that you would want to know how to utilize a TDA account first before you get to asking the bank to do something. How to get off probation, rescind the plea. Yeah, rescind the plea for fraud upon the court, civil 60. No, your status does not need to be corrected to do an SCS. And it's not really updating your status, right? It's more so telling they ass you alive. I'm alive. Because they got you dead. At 18, we were all supposed to let them know that we were alive. And you never did. So now the state and everybody else has fiduciary over you. On the apartment lease agreement, what pages did you endorse? All of them. Endorsing the back of a contract. What has to be typed and what has to be written in pen? Your signature need to be written in pen. Everything else, I think you should figure it out. I have my PO in the end from a Toyota dealership. If I get the medallion signature, do I need to put $1 postal stamp on it as well? Okay, so you already got the PO and you need the medallion signature. And before you do that, I will hit Instagram and I will scroll past the Freedom page till I get down to the one where she's talking about what to do with a PO, and I will follow those steps. Purchase order. Okay. Mr. Dominguez, Mr. or Mrs., I don't know by your first name, purchase order, and all capital letters. She wanted me to see that thing there. I overstand the process after a purchase order has been submitted. How do you place the purchase order? Is that a credit application process? So let me tell you. You said that you overstand the process, right? That's what you said. I like to use people words against them. Corporations too. Well, corporations do mean people too. So since you overstand the process, then you already know how to place the purchase order and how to get the credit application process. Congratulations over overstanding the PO process. Put your foot in your mouth. Everybody asking what foundation. Foundation is your research and understanding of this information. Thank you. What do you do if your car contract is signed by the CFO? What? I'm not understanding it. You need a second signature, another signature if you're doing a PO, because in order to have a contract takes two. So outside of that, I'm not exactly sure what you're asking me. Y'all are giving me incomplete statements, and my brain don't know how to process incomplete. Where do we send the denial letter, and who would it be addressed to? Honey, if you don't know that, I would hit back the Frdm page on Instagram and find that answer. How can we do this for student loans? 1099-C. I'm new to all of this. Before starting this process is a trust needed in place to protect yourself. A trust is always needed for protection in my eyes, but no, you don't have to have a trust already started in order for you to be able to do this. But let me tell y'all something, right? My A1 students that have been at this for a minute, they are over, y'all. They texting me some shit like, why are you doing this, Auntie? You went back to basics on them. But y'all better know that I appreciate and that I'm really trying to help y'all, because they like, we've been so past this. But I do understand that everybody they're in different stages of this. But those videos have been on YouTube for almost 2 months now, I think. And I'm telling you, all the foundation you need is in there and on the page. What exactly is an assignment form? Ooh, not answering that. It's an assignment. So what does assign? Take off meant. What does assign mean? You're assigning it somewhere. So who you're assigning it to? I don't know. Go read it. How are we using the SS5S form? Or the SS? You just fill it out. What should I do if I only have 14K student loans and a secure card on my profile? 1099-C the loan, but my bad credit is only a 600. I'm in my early 20s, so I don't have much on my profile. Well, congratulations, because some people on this live doesn't even have a 600. So congratulations on your 600. Get your student loans updated and not removed. That will help your credit. And then add some trade lines on there. You got Credit Strong. You have a couple that you can add on there that'll boost your credit score. I'm not talking about mortgage until the class. I will be all night trying to tell y'all about a mortgage for y'all still not to get it. I got a denial from Rocket Mortgage. I didn't put my wife's info down, but they ran her credit also without her signature. Did you put your wife's name down at all? If you gave them a name, they ran it. But if you know, like I know, I will be pulling Rocket Mortgage prospectus, baby. Get your highlighter out and getting the right number letter so that you can get a mortgage approval. Because what is the 9? What that mean? Not right now. So if you know who you are, you know what to do. Could you help me get off court order treatment? I'm a diagnosed. Oh. I'm not sure about that, darling. I'm sorry about that, though. It depends on why they have you on a court order treatment. I'm really sorry about that, and I don't like synthetic medications either. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I gave them securities, and they haven't responded to credit, and never sent the letter back saying they would not accept it. What's the next step? How long ago was it? Because y'all be sending the letter out on Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock, And that Tuesday at 5, you're like, well, how long is it going to take? Well, damn, did they get a check? That's the question. And y'all know registered mail take a minimum of 10 days. Why? Because that's the real mail. Why? Because it has to go through real federal buildings, right? And everybody who touched that packet is accounted for. So the question is, have they gotten it? Normally when they get it, they got 3 days. They do everything in threes. Everything is numerology with them. That's why it's very important to learn numerology, because they use numbers against us. Like February, it's only 28 days in a month, but you know that February is the most powerful month of the year because it got 28 days. But that's something else. Another day, y'all might get confused. Hey, what is Navy Federal Indenture Trustee address? It's on my page somewhere. Go look for it. How do I go around your county clerk if you're railroading you? Need to accept my deed, but recording manager is county attorney sent it back saying it's not an acceptable document type. Did you check with their document filing? Because you still have to follow their rules when it comes to fonts, spacing, and etc. They cannot not file it. But did you have everything typed up properly? If your county is just giving you an issue because they do understand the totality of the acceptance of the document, you can go to another county that's close to you, file it there. They'll give you the book number, and you take that book number back over to your county and be like, boom, it ain't shit they can do but file it. So you can do it that way too. Is there a way to get your CUSA numbers to be found besides a forensic audit? Yes, it is. Do I trust it? No. I know for a fact that anything coming from, or you can go by the Bloomberg terminal. I believe it's $36,000 a year, and learn how to use it. But no, you want to for sure make sure that number is linked to your social or your application, and only an auditor able to do that. What are the steps do it take to get unlimited credit with Mercedes? Foundation for the win. Foundation. If the agent for the landlord is a broker, is that a corporate landlord? I wouldn't know without looking at their files. How can we look at a car dealership application and determine dealer fraud? We way past dealer fraud. Dealer fraud. That's back in preschool. We on securities fraud and run that check. Because honestly, did the dealer do fraud? The dealer was just a middleman for you. Did you agree to everything the dealer did? Did you tell them that they can keep your insurance? Yeah, you did. So is it really dealer's fraud? That's the question. That's what they want to throw people off on. Always dealer fraud, no fuck dealer's fraud. I got securities fraud. I'll take securities fraud for 1,000, Alex. Because that's where the real check at. Y'all is cracking up in these comments. Y'all know I ain't got no sense. T knows it's like the back of her hand. Yeah, because shoot, for 11 and a half years, that's all I've been doing. The book's been my man and everything. But guess what? I'm good. Because, honey, knowledge is power, and I like power. Process to pay Capital One, SES. Credit union sent back SES card contract. What do I do next? Did they send it back or did you not send it to the right place? Good evening, Virgo. Well, good evening, highest abode. I know that's right. You live at your abode, right? You got the proper terminology. If you're ever in court and they ask you where you live, tell them motherfuckers in your body. And y'all be thinking I'll be playing. They be like, well, do you reside as? No, I reside inside of my cells, inside of my shell, my avatar. That part. Oh, I'm coming, daughter. I'm on live on Facebook, YouTube. I'm getting in trouble, y'all. My daughter came down here like, where the food are y'all here? I'm hungry. I got you, baby. Give me I got 30 more minutes. $4,603 on bundles and that's $2,000 on lips. Perfect. Good job. I'm very proud of you. Y'all see she don't be caring who I'm talking to. I could be talking to God. Oh, I am God. But anyway, she's coming through. Yeah, I'm about to get out. My mom is, I'm in trouble, y'all. She's the mom. You know, I'm just here. I have to feed them. Even though they know how to cook. But I told them I was going to cook tonight. Or whatever. I ain't, just smart. Bitch can cook too. No, but anyway, y'all. Okay. So, the other alternative to an app or the FO, I have to answer that question. I'm not answering it. SES, I'm not answering that again. Please advise on where to find documentation on. I never said put your beneficiary signature. You put you agent and principal. Agent Black. Your agent and principal. We don't need no beneficiary signature on nothing. Agent and principal. Agent, principal. You are the agent for the principal. Your upper lower is agent. The principal is all cap. That's all you need. And when you're writing as agent, put by or the S in between the two lines, right? The S in the middle of the two lines, because that shows that you are a living person, that a living person signed it. So you assign that by your name. That's why I don't want to teach our kids cursive any longer, okay? And then you'll put agent by it. And then up under there, draw a line up under your name, then type the all capital letter name and put the word principal by it, okay? Mortgage company trustee was sent to security but claimed they are not the trustee. Prior court documents say they are. How would I claim my security back and make them pay? Oh, wow. If I was you, I would do a title search. I use a company called protitle.com. You can get it back in as little as 4 hours, depending on which one you choose. And it'll tell you who your trustee is. Because they probably sold it, and they're probably not the trustee any longer. What is the name of the audit firm that audited CUSIP numbers associated with your security? There's lots of them out there. But are you asking me for the particular one that I use? That's the question. There are lots of audit companies. But so you can, I'm not sure. There are lots of them. But you didn't particularly ask me what is the one that I use. So I'm going to answer your question exactly the way that you gave it to me. You can Google them. There are lots of them. Just vet them to make sure they're. As a single father of two with sole custody, the mother who lost boys due to severe neglect, he's filing ex parte hearings and putting in court. Mr. Lewis, have you filed your kids in the newspaper? Have you taken your kids out of dad status by putting the ad in the newspaper? And you're dad, so technically you're supposed to do it. So just file an ad in a newspaper, get their birth certificates and claim them, and go put it on the record. And at that point, they can't tell you to do anything because the state no longer owns your children. You do. When starting the process of unlearning and learning how to execute properly, what book and or video should we start with? Meet Your Straw Man is really, really good. It's on Amazon. He has a couple books. Meet Your Straw Man is amazing to give you like a basic starting point. You got UCC Easy or something. It's another one. I haven't touched those books in in years. But you can start there. You definitely want to learn the Security Exchange Act, the Trust of 1939, the Trust and Venture Act of 1938. You can start there. The Security Exchange Act, that's where all your answers is. So the Security Exchange Act is their rules that they're supposed to follow. The Indentured Trustee Act is our guidebook to tell them what the hell to do, and they have to do it. And then get used to pulling their 10K, 8K, and prospectus forms from the Security Exchange, and that'll help you. What is the best outcome so far for Nelnet student loans? Nothing with the 1099C total 4,000. How long ago did you send it? Sometimes it take a minute, but the 1099Cs always cancel them out. I mailed in the Texas with taxes paid and they returned it. What's my next step before court date? At the time of that stop, I had a private plate, but it was prior to knowing dot information. Ooh. So do you have the dot now, right? So if you have the dot now, go put that on file for the court case. Did you remove their jurisdiction? So you remove their jurisdiction by getting out the state system. Don't forget the police is the security guards for the DMV. So if you ain't in the DMV system, then they can't touch you, right? And we all know that in order to get to court, the police got to stop you, right? So if the police can't get you, the courts can't take you. So give the Secretary of State back their crap immediately. Immediately. What you guys also don't understand is your signature bank card at your bank gives them jurisdiction because the courts work for the IRS. The IRS has a contract with the U.S. Treasury. When you sign your signature cards at the bank, there was a little small writing that you didn't see that said, I will abide by all rules of the United States Treasury. That is how they're getting everybody under that Constitution, the 14th Amendment, because you signed that. So that is why your bank account should be under a trust name. Your all capital letter name as a trust. That takes that away. But once you resend your information properly within the Secretary of State, if you've done that, go put that on file and it'll be poof, be gone, okay? My name is spelled differently on my birth certificate than what I have known my whole life. Do I get the name changed? No, because it's not connected with your name. It's connected with your social. You keep asking the same. Since I'm there, in a minute, I'm going to think that you are bi. Or you have a pregnancy brain or something. Because I answered that question. If I turn my name into a business, could that help someone who is currently in jail get out at their next court date? What does your name being turned into a business have anything to do with them being able to get out? That doesn't make sense. And if they sign anything, they sign the jail permission. So when you getting arrested or anything, don't sign nothing for 3 days. Literally, don't talk, don't sign nothing. Be like, I'm pleading the fifth. Nope, I'm pleading the fifth. I ain't signing shit. I'm not saying nothing. If you don't give them the right to give you charges, unfortunately, everybody that's in there right now gave them permission to be there. They told them, yeah, I'll go as soon as you sign something. Stop signing shit. No, you don't have to authenticate before you file the FOIA. Can you talk about the information that's needed to put in your contract when telling your broker about the securities you want them to exchange? So how you do a security agreement? I don't know, Jim. I haven't seen your name before, but I can promise you that if I asked you 3 questions right now, that you probably couldn't give me the answer to it. And if you could, I would tell you, but I promise you, you probably couldn't. So I'm not even about to set you up for failure like that. And I don't give out templates. I give out foundations. Templates are for courts. Foundation is for living. Or self-lending. Self-lending is another good one to add credit. They took a $900 deposit for one account. Huh? Closed it and added to my other account. And they told me I had to pay the rest of the card off. I've written a CFP complaint. Full self-lending prospectus report. And your forensic auditor a court case, yeah? Force for them to release you. Oh, you in. If you in there, Kevin, you got a couple extra things you can do. Send me I know y'all can like private message on YouTube, can't you? Send me a message. If you're already in there, it's more that you need to do. But send me a message. I'll kind of walk you through it. What is the form to file to get out of property taxes? If you haven't done the mortgage process as of yet to stop those, you can do a step endorsement. There are some wins on my page where they stamped it, they endorsed it, they put a $1 step, they sent it on to the property taxes, and poof, be gone, they are. Can I restrictive endorse a VO? If you want that car, you better not. Well, the restrictive endorsement is basically what you're putting on there, right? Because when you put the pay to the order of and you put the actual bank, only that bank can do something with it. So yes, that is considered a restrictive endorsement. But now if you're asking to restrictive endorse a PO using their TDA account, if you want that car, get the car first. What are the steps to getting the vehicle using the purchase order method? Is click out of here and go on Instagram and scroll my page and find the line that I did. That's the steps. I need the letter to say what the SES and what to do to enforce it. If you don't know that, go back and try it again. That's just a pop to try again. Try again. Can you clarify the indenture trustee process and what to do if the indenture trustee is another bank? Oh, okay. So y'all, look. First of all, it's Sunday, and I normally don't do anything but clean my house and tend to my children. But I decided that I wanted to come on to help you guys today. But these questions are making me specific. Okay. So I'm going to schedule a live coming up, and it's going to be on YouTube. And we are going to go over a prospectus report. And I'm going to show you guys the value of a prospectus report. Because these questions that y'all asking me, no. I need, act like I'm Einstein or something and give me a hard-ass question because you have done the work and you don't have it. We literally got people picking up BMWs and Teslas. Okay? We got people stopping auctions the morning of, and y'all asking me other stuff that we're not getting. So we're going to take it to the basics. Okay? We're going to have to take it back to the basics. I say because, no, y'all. We just can't. And I want to see y'all win. I don't want to see y'all lose. But at the rate that y'all going, y'all have to take this a little bit more seriously. Y'all asking, will you put in an instruction letter? How many times do I tell you use their own words? I don't know what to tell you. If you got scammed by sending a Zelle payment, how do you get the funds reimbursed? They told me funds were gone. I watched your video where they stated obligated only for $50. Well, if you sent anybody a Zelle payment, you got scammed. Because I don't accept payment through Zelle. I got stuff all over everywhere saying, don't get scammed by the fake Path to Freedom pages. But if you actually read the Electronic Funds Transfer Act, that says that as long as you advise your bank, preferably within 60 days, that you are only responsible for $50 in the Electronic Funds Transfer Act. So you said you watched my video where it stated you're only obligated for $50. Did you skip the part that said it's in the Electronic EFTA Act, the Electronic Transfer Act? So I will go to the Electronic Funds Transfer Act and I will read where it says that by law, your bank can only make you responsible for $50. Tell them it didn't say, oh, only Zelle. You can't do it by Zelle. You can't do it by Cash App. Yes, you can make somebody Cash App go into negative, baby. You can make their Zelle. Because guess why? You got FDIC insurance on your account. So what happens is as soon as your account, they filed it with the FDIC. So they're going to get paid anyway. And you did a whole probably report, and they told you, oh, we can't give it back because it's Zelle. Do you know who owns Zelle? Bank of America, Wells Fargo, PNC. They actually own Zelle, but not as a bank. So when you open up your bank account, if you look at your terms and conditions, there's a box on your paperwork where the bank said that they will not provide your information to outside entities. You can use that too. Because why do early warning services got all your shit? That part. That's a big bad too. So use the Electronic Funds Transfer Act, as I said in that previous video, and let them know by law, you are only responsible for $50. And then ask them, well, doesn't my account, isn't it covered by the FDIC insurance? Isn't it covered by overdraft insurance that they don't tell you that's actually on there? Why do you think credit cards offer you, oh, would you like to get the overdraft protection? Because they already got it, because there should be no overdrafts. So use the Electronic Funds Transfer Act. For Discovery, am I sending it to the CFL? No. Kat and Kay, you asked me a couple questions. Please go get you some foundation. Because if you act like it's makeup and foundation, because baby, it ain't gonna work. UP under you under mortgage says 17. I need 17 $10 stamps. Just put it. Just put one $10 stamp. I promise it's okay. How to stop a foreclosure? If it ain't between now and the mortgage class, you'll be able to stop it. Don't sue them. File bankruptcy. What can I do with 22 pieces of silver as this bond? It's not making sense. Can you do the Mercedes process? No, you're being lazy. So anytime somebody asks me to do a particular form, I deliberately do something else. Because no, what you want me to do is do it so that I can give you the answers, Benjamin. So you ain't got to work. Don't you want some Benjamins, Benjamin? Get to reading. For Discover card, am I saying CO? You asked me the same question. Oh, I went all the way down to the bottom. All right, y'all. I have court tomorrow for a judgment of default on a security agreement, and after filing the motion to okay. So GMB Graham, you have court tomorrow for a judgment for default on a security agreement arbitration after filing a motion to dismiss. So what was the rules around your motion to dismiss? So if they suing, are they suing you or are you suing them? Can you type in the chat for me, GMB Graham? You the only person I want to talk to right now. No, only the main one needs to sign it. You good. GMB, girl and boy. Can one claim your states of appearance to a transition? Yeah, if you're their POA. You can. All right, well, GMB, you haven't responded. So this is the thing. If they are taking you to court, if they are suing you, and you have an arbitration agreement, your motion to dismiss should have been titled Motion to Dismiss Due to Mandatory Arbitration Clause. If anybody is in this room, you 3,140 people, if anybody in here is being sued, hey, TJ, if anybody is being sued in here right now from a debt collector, and you have an arbitration clause, file a motion to dismiss due to mandatory arbitration. Arbitration works both ways. So if the contract says that in order for them to seek legal remedies has to be through arbitration, that's not just for you, that's for them as well. So they are not even legally supposed to take it in state court. But if you read their prospectus report that clearly states Delaware has wholly, WHOLLY, jurisdiction. If you ain't in a Delaware court, that's get it off of you too. Even if you're getting garnished right now from a debt collector and they didn't, and there was an arbitration clause or their prospectus says Delaware has jurisdiction, which they all do, every company says that, then that's how you can get your garnishment stopped. Our contract with a co-signer, just the main signer, will have to sign it. Can I particularly get a loan for a rental property for $8.5 million if they deny me? That's what I be saying. Yeah, you can if you know how to do it. If you can do it. Because see, that's what I be saying. Greed is a sin. Why do you want an $8.25 million house? I feel like people should have that absolutely. But baby, you're gonna work for that one. If you think I'm gonna give you the answer on how to get an $8.25 million and you ain't doing no work, girl, I'm laughing at you and with you. Ha ha. Because hell no. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's like, I'm going to get 15 purchase orders. And ain't none of them gonna work because you're trying to be freaking creepy. Do the ebooks get step by step and examples? No, we don't do lazy over here, Nyla. If I said that correctly. No, we don't do lazy. That's lazy. Examples of letters is templates, and I don't do templates. I do foundation. I do everlasting joy and win and abundance. But if you go on Telegram, trust me, there's a whole bunch of people that'll sell you all of the templates that don't work in the world. You are the template because you are the temple darling. The template is their prospectus. The template is their 8K, 10K. My winners, and they will tell you, She's telling you the truth. We're only winning. And I didn't do them no different. I told they asked to go read too. And they've been reading. And now they're winning. Can we get information into the Moore registry? Do you know what a Moore is, Noble? Do you know that the Moore is really the Indian? Ooh. So for y'all out here claiming Moorish, but talking about you ain't no Indian, you don't know what it means to be a Moor. But hell, what do I know? What is the workaround for buying a vehicle without a valid? You don't need a driver's license to buy a vehicle. You could be buying a vehicle for your kid. They don't know. All you need is the ID or a passport. I watched the live over and over again. The video, I'm sure I'm probably missing it somewhere. Can you guide me where I can look to study more about the boxes that may not be required to be there or not? That doesn't make sense to me. I feel bad that I was SES. I was hoping with the 8.25 million rental, I will earn income and work. Oh my God, y'all doing the most. Get free first. This is about freedom. Free as the bird flying in the sky. Fly like the eagle, let's be free. I'm telling y'all with these wrong intentions and doing this shit ain't right, you ain't gonna get it. I'm telling you, and that's not me. That's God. Okay? God is not gonna let you just swoop in the ninth hour and you ain't did no work. Like, I have an $8.25 million house. The fuck out of here. Get it together. Foundation. It's all in love though. I fuck with y'all. All right, y'all. I will start setting. I kind of like this. I'm gonna figure out how to. Somebody told me use StreamYard, but I kind of like the fact that y'all can't really talk to me. It wasn't too much of my energy. I think I like this like this. I might free do questions or something. I do know they got a call in where we can call. Y'all can call in, but you'd be cool because then y'all gonna be calling like on the radio station, like the line busy, the line busy. Laugh is good for the soul, y'all laugh. But if I don't go in here and cook for, my mama, daughter, and my son, they're going to be looking at me crazy. So, yeah, thank y'all for trying this out with me. Thank y'all for coming into the room. We're going to do this more often. I'm going to get with Nephew because Nephew was on a flight, so he's just getting back, which is why he's not on. But I'm going to schedule another one for this week. And we will actually go over a prospectus form, and no, it will not be Mercedes-Benz, just because somebody asked me for that one. So that you guys can understand how these forms are set up. Because guess what? They're all set up exactly the same. The name is just different. The company is just different. So if you read one prospectus, you've read them all. But if you never read none of them, you have no clue what's going on. And I promise you that, right? But I want to see everybody win. Thank y'all for y'all questions. Hopefully, as we continue to do this and you guys continue to get the foundation, these questions gonna get deeper. You understand what I'm saying? Because you need to get deeper so that you can win. Like, it's up to us, y'all. If we don't change some of what's happening, 1933 is gonna happen again. But this time, they are truly saying that they don't want us to own anything. Why do you think these corporations is buying up all the houses? Why do you think they're doing what they don't want you to own nothing? Social credit scoring and all of this. Get out their system. You doing the recording national status to me is more important than the debt part. And I'm gonna really be honest with you. And I tell everybody that. Because ain't no reason, you know what I'm saying? How good is it gonna feel? You got an $8.25 million house, but then the police can come kick your door in. How about I got an $8 million house and the police can't even come here unless I contract with him? Right? So do it right. Start with there. But yeah, I kind of like this a little bit. I'm gonna work it better. This is my first time in 1 year. But I will do the prospectus. I will pull up one and we'll go through it so you guys can understand it. And once I go through it live like this, y'all can't ask me no more questions. Because my favorite answer gonna be hit the page. The answer is there. Because at that point, it's going to be like, maybe you're not meant to get it. Because unfortunately, this world cannot work where everybody is free. And it's sad to say that. There has to be a certain amount of sleep people, woke people, workers and bosses. And if you wasn't designated to be the boss and the worker, it's okay. Be the best worker you can fucking be. I'm not about to be no worker. But maybe it's for you. Maybe you're supposed to learn this. Maybe you're not supposed to learn this. Only God knows. But I do know that anything that you work for, you'll be able to get. And it took me a long time to get here. I make it sound easy. This shit rolls off of me because it's in my DNA. I did this before. I came down to this planet to do it one more time. I'm not coming back. Once my assignment is over, I'm not coming back. So I ain't coming back. I'm telling y'all now. So I will do these more often. If you guys got any suggestions that you might want to add, because I'm doing this for you guys to make things run smoothly and to make things better without me holding your hand, I'm very welcome to them. Okay, my A1 day ones, y'all can text me if y'all be like, hey sis, maybe do this a little different. Or this, y'all know I'm welcome to it because I just want to make things easier for everybody. And I want to see everybody win. But go pull their prospectus report. Go pull their prospectus report. And you'll find your answers there to how to overturn denials. You got the step-by-step step endorsing process, the black plate process. All of those were free lives that I did on my page. So who honestly, with as much value as I have, and as y'all see, nobody can top my receipt of it. Nobody. And that's not toot my horn, but I did just pat myself on the back. Nobody has it for me. Right? So clearly if I'm able to do that, I'm able to tell you guys how to do it in the proper way to do it. And I'm only doing this to help y'all. And I want y'all to have the help as much as I can. I don't do stuff for likes and views. I do it because I truly care about, I don't like people, but I do care about people. And I care about humanity in the whole. So, I'm sorry, yeah, my screen had went out. So, I'll set up a schedule where we can come meet a couple times. I will drop the court class that you guys asked for. I will drop that on YouTube for you guys as well. The next class, we'll go over the prospectus. So between now and then, if I was you and you're new, I will go start pulling the prospectus and have it handy and start reading it. I want questions on our next live to be according to the prospectus and the prospectus only. If it ain't a prospectus question, you ain't answering it. Because I'm going to have a moderator on next time, and they're going to see your questions before I do. And if your question is dumb, I'm telling her now, erase the shit. Because I'm not, my brain don't know how to compute dumb shit. Period. Or my new questions. We're past that. So, as I say, I fuck with y'all a long way and a short way. Thank y'all for joining me on my first little YouTube live. Hey, there will be plenty more. And get the prospectus in hand because we'll be going over it next week. Starting, probably Wednesday. I will drop the mortgage link and I will be dropping the audit link. Both of them will drop for a fact. Next week, the mortgage class will be another 3-day class that will be held. Now, with that class, there is a limit. Everybody knows that I have to do a cutoff. I haven't decided the amount of the cutoff, but when I drop the link, don't tarry because my classes fill up literally within 48 hours. And on that note, you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Before I get in trouble by my mama daughter, I'm going here and fix them some food. I fuck with y'all a long way, the short way. Peace out.